Greetings, friends. Prepare for another thrilling journey as we delve into Reddit's most bizarre tales. We're plunging deep into the quirkiest corners of the web. Grab your popcorn and join us on this adventure. Remember to hit subscribe and like. Let's begin. My wife and I met through online dating about a decade ago and quickly formed a strong connection. We have been married for 8 years now, own a house together, and have 2 young children under 6. Before meeting each other, neither of us had experienced a successful long-term relationship. We are a team and always support each other. We've worked through various challenges, mainly financial disagreements, but we communicate well and handle things together as a single unit. Until now, we haven't faced any insurmountable issues. My wife identifies as straight, but her style sometimes suggests otherwise. My wife struggles with knowing where to draw the line with jokes, especially at her workplace, where the humor, particularly of a sexual nature, often crosses boundaries that would be unacceptable at my job. Recently, she made a new friend at work, who we'll call Rachel. Rachel is roughly the same age as my wife and me, has a child in the same class as our kids, and is married to a woman. My wife couldn't stop talking about how funny and cool Rachel is. Last night, while plugging in the iPad to charge, I noticed a message notification. The iPad is linked to my wife's phone, so her messages appear on it as well. She was working the late shift, and I was home alone with the kids. The message was from an unknown number, praising my wife's personality and looks. Normally, I don't check her messages, but this one felt too heartfelt to be a joke, so I opened it. Over the next 10 to 15 minutes, I discovered that Rachel had sent the message and that something physical had happened between them earlier in the day, though my wife had set a boundary. The messages after that were flirtatious, with my wife suggesting they move the boundary and Rachel agreeing to discuss it. My wife also expressed regret that she hadn't met Rachel before me or before we had kids. I took photos of the messages with my phone since I wasn't sure how to screenshot them and send them to myself from the iPad without her realizing. I then started texting my wife, asking about her day. It was slowly revealed that she had spent the morning with Rachel at our house, discussing work and Rachel's marriage issues. My wife never does this, and usually she tells me when she has people over. I decided to confront her and texted, "I am about to start asking some very real questions, and you need to have a very good answer," indicating that I had charged up the iPad for her. The iPad lit up with my message, which she read, and then it lit up again with a message to Rachel, saying, "We're done." Rachel asked what was going on, and my wife explained that I knew everything because I could see their conversation on the iPad. Then she texted me, asking if she could call me in a few minutes when she found a quiet spot at work. I told her not to call and made arrangements for her to sleep in the basement. I am feeling incredibly numb right now. I didn't sleep at all last night, with a million thoughts running through my head. This morning, I sat with her in the early hours and discussed the need to address this situation with a marriage counselor who can guide us through it. I asked her why she did it, but she had no answer. She says she can't explain it and insists there's nothing wrong with me, that it's not my fault. She claims she's happy in life and doesn't understand why she acted this way. She says they only kissed and nothing more, but from her messages, I know she was pushing for more. I poured my heart out to her, but all I got back were some mumbled apologies and acknowledgments of my pain. She seems numb as well and said she is embarrassed. I told her that she is only embarrassed and sorry because she got caught, as she clearly wasn't thinking about me or the kids. This morning, I left for work after telling her that I am willing to work through this with a marriage counselor, but it will take time. This wasn't some drunken mistake at a work party. This happened on a Thursday morning, completely sober, right after dropping the kids off at school, a couple of hours after we had been intimate. Then she spent the day flirting with Rachel while at work, all the while texting me about her day-to-day life and responsibilities. The timestamps on the messages show she was flirting with Rachel right before and right after calling the kids. I am extremely upset, but trying to keep a level head and not act impulsively. I believe in trying to fix this. Does anyone have any advice or pointers on how to proceed? I've already made it clear that I want to go through marriage counseling. I told her to get an STD screening and to stop the inappropriate joking at work, regardless of what others do. She has indicated she has cut contact with Rachel and will only interact with her professionally when necessary. I have photos of their messages, though my wife doesn't know I have them, only that I saw them on the iPad. I told her she could stay in the basement for a while. I don't know what else I can do right now. Is this a lost cause? Should I just end things? I don't want to do that to my kids. Should I consider getting her checked for a tumor? I want to believe there's a medical reason behind this because it is so out of character for her, and she seems to have no real idea why it happened, other than she got curious. Should I contact Rachel's wife and inform her or leave it alone? My wife has another late shift today, and I am at work now, so we probably won't cross paths until tomorrow morning. We have a weekend of kids' birthday parties to attend, and I don't know how we'll get through without people noticing something is wrong between us. Any advice would be greatly appreciated before I speak to her in person again. I want to handle this the right way and not make things worse. Asterisk, asterisk, TLDR. Asterisk, asterisk, my wife brought a woman home yesterday, and they kissed on the couch. She has no explanation. I am seeking advice on how to handle this situation rationally, beyond just marriage counseling.